So, all right. So moving along. H Money. Like every time I ask about a resume, all right. Who's these 2 top 10s? Do not go off on a tangent because we're going to talk about everything else. Who is his top 10 contenders at? Tyson Fury has 4. H Money.
Tyson Fury beat the #1 heavyweight, Deontay Wilder. He beat the #1 heavyweight at the time, Vladimir Klitschko.
Yeah.
He beat the top guys when they were at their best.
Please name them. Please name them.
I just named 2.
We've done
I just
2.
named 2.
But is there any more?
Can I speak, please?
Yeah, of course you can.
Yeah, because he beat the top guys. He beat the #1 heavyweights when Deontay Wilder was undefeated. You can't say the same thing about Anthony Joshua. He's never beat the #1 heavyweight.
See, because this is what you do.
Because this is what it's about. It's about AJ and Tyson Fury. That's what it's about.
This is an AJ show.
And AJ got beat by Andy Ruiz. Andy Ruiz never beat anybody in the top 10. Who did Andy Ruiz beat in the top 10 and then he knocked out Anthony Joshua? I just asked you a question. I just want to know. Andy Ruiz never beat nobody. Who did Andy Ruiz beat in the top 10 and he beat Anthony Joshua?
Jason.
That's what I want to know.
Jason, when you addressed me, Jason Mardonio Meza, please spell my name correctly because you can clearly see that it's 2 N's. Like I said, we're operating from a place of facts. If you want to address me correctly. You're lucky that I've addressed you and you've not addressed me correctly. Don't do it again. Okay, so you've named 2. Cool. So we're all at it.
Otto Wallin, and Derek Chisora.
They're not in the top 10. But anyway, and they're not.
You can do that with every fighter. If you're going to do that with Tyson Fury, make sure you do that with the rest of the fighters as well. Because you can do that with Mike Tyson. You can do that with everybody.
That's why I asked, do you trust me? Of course I will do it with everybody. Of course. That's what I got a question. Can I ask you one question? Because if it's so important to fight guys in the top 10, Andy Ruiz, he never beat nobody in the top 10 and he knocked out Anthony Joshua. Correct. What's your point?
Is that when you say fighters in the top 10 and who did he beat in the top 10, it's not that important because Andy Ruiz beat nobody in the top 10 and then he knocked out AJ.
That's what makes your resume, mate. That's what makes your
resume. What about fighting the best? Fighting the best makes your resume. Fighting the #1 guys.
Someone and beat someone and became heavyweight title champ. Andrew Ruiz.
He fought the best. Tyson Fury fought the best, LadyChann. He fought the best guys. AJ hasn't fought the best guys.
And we're not going to change it into AJ versus Tyson.
Because he ain't fought the best guys. You know he hasn't fought the best guys.
And I'm not going to let you come on here and try to dictate my show.
Cool.
You're not doing it.
It's cool because he hasn't fought the top guys.
Be quiet now then.
He ain't fought the top guys, so stop capping for AJ. Do me a favor, stop capping for AJ. Because he ain't fought nobody.
No, do me a favor. You just stop capping in life and flip-flopping all day long.
Hey, that's you flip-flopping.
In general.
Don't get mad because AJ got beat by Andy Ruiz. He got beat by Andy Ruiz and you upset about that. As soon as I said that, you got mad.
If you get the pleasure to know me, if you get that pleasure, if I allow you to have that pleasure to know me, you'll know that I'm not a capper.
It sounds like you're capping for AJ,
but fan figures can attest to that. I don't cap. I don't need to fucking cap. No one can get me in fucking trouble. When we
talk about this, when we talk about Tyson Fury resume, you're capping about Tyson Fury.
Let me tell you when I cap. When I'm sitting in front of a fucking police officer, when I've been fucking arrested, yeah, and I will cap. I will lie to the gods then because I have to. Yeah, it's the only time I'm capped. As far as I'm concerned, none of you lot are police officers. As far as I'm concerned, I've not committed any crimes. So, sorry, mate, I don't cap. I don't need to cap.
You're capping about Tyson Fury's resume in this top 10 stuff, in these title defenses.
Moving along swiftly, because, you know, we ain't got time to just be talking about the same thing all day long. This has already gone into a long show, but I love it, and I might private in section it off. Fucking hell. So, all right, so belts. Let's talk about belts. Go ahead. Who wants to start on the belts? Tyson Fury and the belt situation.
I think what did they say? He's the only one that has held every single belt in the 4-belt era, from the Ring Magazine, Lineal, WBC, WBA.
WBO?
WBO.
IBF?
RBF.
No, IBF.
They say that he's the only one to have ever held every single belt. Although he hasn't held them all at the same time, which you will if he beats Joshua if they make that fight. But that has to be acknowledged.
So what needs to be acknowledged is that then if you just brought, I wasn't going to speak about Joshua. Joshua holds the majority of the belts all at the same time. So Tyson Fury has acquired the belts at different stages. Doesn't hold on to them like AJ. If you have to bring him involved, AJ holds on to the belts. Hence why he's a title defending champion. Okay, 2 times. All right, so Kenny, belts.
All right, Tyson. All right, in terms of what Tyson Fury's currently holds, he's got the WBC. So, but back in all right, you may talk about the numbers, and I get that, and that is factual. AJ hold more belts. But the WBC has always been seen as one of the most prestigious belts.
Big boy belt, yeah.
It's a big boy belt.
Muhammad Ali belt.
All right. You're not going to get a title for Ring Magazine or lineal champion. You're not going to get it. The belt that matters is the WBC. So in that respect, Tyson Fury has grabbed it. Obviously, when he beat Klitschko, he virtually became undisputed champion. But currently, he holds a very prestigious belt, which which we hope that he defends against Anthony Joshua. We hope. Nothing to be unless I haven't heard any site deals or any dates or what TV deals. So at the moment,
I'll be reporting a bit.
But he is in training. Tyson Fury is in training, but he holds.
He better be.
Well, he is. He's in Miami. He's in Miami. He's in Miami. Yeah. So he holds he holds a WBC belt.
The WBC belt is a prestigious belt, but it doesn't negate all of the other belts that Anthony Joshua has, and it has the Mandos and fights his Mandos that are attached.
Of course. And I respect that. It goes at the same. But there's always opportunities for Tyson Fury to go and get them.
Of course, we're just waiting. 34 fights in, we're still waiting. That's all. Scared a bit forward. Yeah. Belts. Money. I'm sticking my tongue out to you. Go on. You go.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Tyson Fury, he's had every belt in the heavyweight division. He had the IBO, WBC, WBA, IBF, WBO, Ring Magazine, lineal champion. He's the only undefeated fighter currently. So he had every belt that you could possibly have. Lineal champion, everything. So he's the superior champion. He's the supreme champion.
Facts. Okay. So, no, I don't know about supreme champion. This is why we're doing this show. So he's held every belt, but never at the and so he held every belt, and then let's go with a true champion. So does a true champion pop dirty for performance enhancement drugs?
Who are we talking about? Tyson Fury?
Clearly, this show is called Tyson Fury.
So the enhancement drugs, I mean, it's not right. I'm not sure what the situation was.
The situation is...
He's not the first. Can I finish? Can I please finish, though?
Yeah, but stop going round. You can...
Because he's not the first champion to test positive. So did Canelo. So did Roy Jones Jr.
Listen.
Oh, so did Roy Jones. I mean, we could try to tear him down. All you... I mean, that's crazy.
It's not about tearing down. We're operating for facts. We don't force him to take the PED'S. So I don't know why you're going emotional over something that he did. Like
I'm saying, like he's not the first one to test positive.
Okay. He's not the first and he's not the last. But unfortunately, if I fucking become a paedophile and I get caught and I say to the fucking judge, yeah, but there's other paedophiles as well. It's not just me. Do you think the judge gives a fuck?
Well, we're talking about boxing. We're talking about boxing.
So
let's keep it boxing. Let's just keep it boxing. Because
and I do sparring and I take out some horsehair out of my glove, and I get caught doing so. Oh, you've gone. And I get caught doing so. Do you think I can then say, but everybody else has done it? No, you can't say that. So let's talk about So we're talking about.
Okay, LadyChann, I gotta make a move real quick. I gotta come right back. Okay.
Okay, Oaks.
I'll be right back though. You gonna be on for a while? You gonna be here?
Yeah.
I'll be right back. Okay.
All right, cool. All right, cool. So, all right. So he's been stripped because he lost his UK license. Hence why he went over. It was a good thing that Kinnan got him that deal over in America so he could fight there. So do we all know that he was stripped or he vacated the belts because of performance enhancement drugs?
Yeah, that's factual. That is factual.
Mm-hmm.
I think the IBF might have been stripped because he signed an unnecessary rematch with Klitschko when he had a mandatory for the belt. I think that got stripped before the drug stuff. I think he got stripped days after he won all the belts.
Okay.
But I think that was separately, just on a factual note on what made him lose the IBF. I think it was.
Love that, Leon. Love that. Okay, so we've got that. All right, he's cheated. Yeah, he's cheated. He's been stripped and / vacated of belts. Yeah, champion. Yeah,
cheated. He cheated.
Yeah, well, if you're taking performance enhancement drugs, you're cheating. Clearly, that's the whole point. Performance enhancement drugs. That's not, you're doing it you're cheating. Naltrexone you're cheating. If you're taking amounts of naltrexone and steroids, you're cheating, aren't you? That's why they're illegal substances.
Look, cheating's strong, isn't it?
What? Well,
no, it's not strong for that. It's not really strong for that. But,
what is he? So, is he taking them in honesty? Is it an honest move then? Is it not? Why isn't it not cheating? I don't get it.
Well, it only wouldn't be cheating if he got a use exempted, a therapeutic use exempted. Then it wouldn't be cheating, apparently.
No, he hasn't got that. Hence why he popped 30.
Look.
So it's not cheating when you juice. When you juice up,
look. He is taking banned substances, which you can't use in competition. So that is something that happens a lot. But does that stop him from being a good champion?
This is what we're discussing. In my opinion, yeah, because we've got people that we can compare that haven't done that and have fought their mandos.
All right. I know you don't like changing the subjects. Sorry. Sorry. All right, you don't like. Yeah, go, Leon.
Sorry, Kenny. I would add this though. If we're going to be talking about cheats and drugs cheating, but what we need to do is stop having the secrecy behind therapeutic use exemptions. So that if you get one, it should be public and it shouldn't be private. If you're competing, I understand it's people's private medical stuff, but when you're competing in a physical sport and you're taking substances that allow you to have a competitive edge, I think that should be disclosed. So we should have everything out in the open so that we can have a full discussion on what is, because therapeutic use exemptions is part of the whole PED'S and cheating discussion. There's legal PED'S or illegal PED'S. And I like to think that it would be better if nobody was able to have anything. So if every boxer had to just eat pure, no chemicals, no junk, just eat pure, so there's no substances in there that are, whether legal or illegal.
Okay, good points, Lee. Fight fan. Okay.
Yeah, but the thing about it is that what he's saying is factual. He's he failed a drug test and he's got banned as well. But one of the greatest, people talk about a certain fighter from Florida being one of the greatest of all time. He failed drug tests as well, but that doesn't stop him being a great champion.
Point taken. I take your point. I take the point. Point taken. I'm not even refuting that, Ken. Point taken. Point taken. Okay, so moving along swiftly. Okay.
Who you in the water? Don't we be Detect connect, protect your neck. 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 You a black sheep, I call you Baba. 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 Detect connect, protect your neck. 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 You a black sheep, I call you Baba. You a black sheep, I call you Baba. You a black sheep.